Welcome to the Manufacturing Shakeup. We're your hosts, Ellen Feldman-Ornato
and Jenny Drescher. We're talking with dynamic women from across the manufacturing scene in Connecticut. Well, hey there, Amelia Campbell from TRUMPF. Welcome. We're so happy you're here.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate
welcome.
it. Thank you for having me.
So, Amelia, I was talking with Jenny before we started the recording about a story that I heard on the news this morning, and it was specifically focused on a recent survey of 9th through 12th graders who were about to go back to school this fall. And what it showed was that students were really noticeably less engaged in the idea of learning in high school this year compared to last year. And when they dove into it, what they found was students were saying that the things that they were learning weren't really resonating or relevant for them. And when they dug even deeper, there were a lot of kids that were saying, even though we're now hearing, you don't have to go to college right away,
right.
There really wasn't an alternative that was being shown as like a great career track for kids who weren't going to college. It was really like, well, you can go to college in the fall, or you can go to junior college or community college and then go to college. There still wasn't the opportunity that you so successfully pursued. So I want to start with when you were in high school, when you think back to high school, was manufacturing even on the radar for you?
Absolutely not. I did not know anything about manufacturing. All I knew about was nursing, mostly nursing jobs, honestly, and lawyers. I never knew nothing about manufacturing at all. Nothing. It was just so new to me starting this career in manufacturing.
Mm-hmm. And how did you ignite the spark to even start this? No pun intended, because I know the answer to the question.
So I was working at Amazon. I did 4 years at Amazon. I was just so drained out. I was in school at Amazon, but I just wanted something more. I wanted more for myself, So I was talking to one of my coworkers. He was explaining to me about this program called CNC Machinist. They offer it at Goodwin University in East Hartford. So I did my research, and that's manufacturing too. I did my research. I seen that it was a 6-month program. I went and to apply for that program. I finished the 6 months right during the pandemic too. It was in the pandemic. So I think it was 12 of us in the classroom, and they had to split up the labs. So it'll be 6 people come this Monday through Thursday, and 6 people come the following week or something like that. They will have it. I can't remember off the top of my head. Well, that's how I basically got into manufacturing. And then when I stopped working at Amazon, I started doing research online. I wanted to get into the trades. Before I knew about manufacturing, I got into the trades. I was an iron worker for the Ironworkers Union, Local 15 in Hartford. They really opened my mind to different they opened my mind for manufacturing as well and the trades. So I really wanted to get into carpentry. Well, I went to school for CNC machinists. I wanted to get into carpentry. I got into the ironworkers, and I just started applying for jobs. I was an apprentice for the ironworkers. I started applying for jobs, apprenticeship jobs, because don't get me wrong, the ironworkers is an incredible job. I can't get it, but it was just not for me. It was just too much strain on my body. It wasn't for me. Did 9 months there. Start filling out applications on Indeed for new apprenticeships. I really wanted to get into tool making. I was thinking about, because tool making, you make good money in tool making. Mm-hmm. So I really wanted to get to that. And I was just applying for jobs, and I've seen apprenticeship for TRUMPF Inc. And the manager reached out to me, Roger Mashad, and then he was intrigued by my resume that I had ironworker on there. So that's how I really got into manufacturing. I started that, did a 2-year program at TRUMPF for the applications apprenticeship program, did the course at MCC. And being that I did the course at Goodwin University, and the certificate that you have to go for TRUMPF when you're apprentice, it all ties in together. So I was kind of like finished most of my credits. So I only had to take like 2 classes, 3 classes, honestly. Then I got that certificate. And I just like transfer all my credits over to the manufacturing engineering program and at MCC, and Trump paid for it, 100% paid for it because I was still apprentice.
Yep.
So that's how I got into manufacturing. It's kind of long, but I got into CNC because my coworker that I was working with at Amazon, he told me, he was like, you make $35 an hour just to press a button. So that kind of like got me like really motivated, honestly. So it was all about that. So it's not all about the money.
You can make good money working in manufacturing.
Yes, you can make really good women, especially as a woman, you can make really good women. It's a good stepping stone. And like, I feel like it needs to be highlighted more to women that, it's not all about getting dirty and carrying heavy stuff. Cause some females get scared when they hear about carrying heavy stuff and working in manufacturing. They think it's just like only for men. And, it's, they're not like, what should I say? They're not like, exposed to it, so they don't know. They don't know. So I really can't. They're not exposed to manufacturing. I feel like it need to be exposed more, especially. I think right now in the area that we're in is exposed right now in schools. Like I think the kids know about it in schools right now. When I was going to middle school and high school, I didn't know about manufacturing, honestly, at all.
Yep, same. I mean, when I was growing up, I grew up in the 70s and the 80s, and like it was never a word that anybody ever even said in, like, it was not on the radar at all. So I love your story. I love the idea that you clearly like grew up and just said, I'm going to jump right in. I'm going to jump into work, which is exactly what I did. So I really relate to that whole, like, I'm going to jump in, see what the world can offer me and see what I can offer the world, and just like jump in and see what I can make happen. And you said that you originally went into the trades. So I think it's really interesting that you went in for the trades, and like, that's also one that not enough people are having enough conversations about when it comes to women. Like, women don't automatically think, I want to go swing a hammer. Yeah. Right. So, like, how did you even, I mean, I know your friend told you, hey, you have options, but like, how did you even start to think about, I could do more, I could do better, maybe there's more in me that I can bring out into, like, what was that like for you?
Definitely, being that I'm mature enough. I was mature younger. I was being that mature, like I got to take on a higher role, so I always wanted better for myself. So I was always like searching for the next program or something that can always better my life or bring in more money, like, to take care of my family and my mom and stuff like that. And I had lost my job during the pandemic at Amazon. So I was like, I was in school for IT. So I was like, my niece is like the same age group as me. She lives in New York. So her ex-girlfriend was in the carpentry union. So she was like, I was like kind of stressed out because I lost my job. So she was like, you should try to like see if they have any like unions out there you could get into. And I started like going on Google and like Googling carpentry unions. And I found this place in Hartford that offered this program called CT Women Can Weld. And I tell you, that program right there, I should tell you, like, that program right there definitely was a good stepping stone for me. And the Ironworkers is actually the Ironworkers Local 15 is actually the ones that train the women for they train the women for trades. So either when you finish your CT Women Can 10-week program at the CT Women Can Weld, you can get into the carpentry union. Some females got into pipe fitters, some people got into laborers, and me and this other girl, we got into the Ironworkers. I really wanted to get into the carpentry, but they loved me at the Ironworkers, and they told me if I get into the carpentry, they would never talk to me again. So I was like, all right, you know what?
Oh, ouch.
You're so bad, we're going to threaten you.
It was like, we would never talk to you again. So I was like, you know what? Let me just stay here. Great guys, they really taught me a lot, you know what I mean? So I can't even stress it enough. Like,
Yeah.
It's a good program. CT Women Can Weld. I actually found that on Google. I started doing research. So many research. I sat down in my room and did so many research. And I should say I'm pretty grateful for it. I'm actually like,
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
no, you can go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I feel like you're a professional myth buster. Like, that's how I'm experiencing you today, is like you're busting up like every myth that everybody has. Like, myth one, you have to go to college and it's your only track. Yep, nope, sorry.
No.
Nope, not even saying. Like, myth two, women can't like go into the trades or swing a hammer or run a lathe or any of that. Nope, sorry. Nope, not that. Myth number, whatever, number three, manufacturing is dark and dirty. Nope, sorry, also not true.
Exactly. Exactly.
I just want to highlight that as like a big shakeup factor for our audience that I'm grabbing. Shakeup factor number one is like so much of what we take on as we enter adulthood is myths. And we have the ability to just say, maybe that's not true. Because I feel like at every beat of your career
Right.
shared, you're like, yeah, what if that wasn't true?
Yeah.
I also heard from you, when you were talking about the apprenticeship program at TRUMPF, that now you're pursuing your bachelor's degree, right?
Yes, I am.
And that's employer sponsored, right? Are they involved to some level with that?
They have a reimbursement program, so I pay out of pocket first and then they'll reimburse me. But I'm going through student loans right now because I really don't have like the funds to pay out of pocket straight up. So it's nothing to me to take out a student loan. It's like something that I want to do to further my education. I mean, we take out a car loan, so why not take out a loan to, better myself,
Yeah.
So I don't mind taking out a student loan to further my education. And I also have a year left of classes to finish with that because the amount of credits I had. I have 67 credits, but being that I'm doing part-time, so it's going to take like at least 2 years to finish it. So,
sure. Yeah. Why is it important to you to finish your degree now?
It's something about, I would be the third person in my family to get a degree, So it's like something more important to me. It's not even really about the money. It's just really important to me. I really can't explain it, but it's like extremely important to me. Honestly.
Yeah. And what are you getting your degree in?
Mechanical engineering technology.
Look at you.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Can't wait. I'm thinking about going for my master's too, because I went to the transfer Monday. I went for the transfer student orientation, and they was telling me they have a program where you can do your bachelor's and your master's at once. So tomorrow I'm going to go over there, talk to an advisor and ask them about that program, see if I can get into that program. See what the requirements and
Get
stuff.
it done, right?
Yeah, why not get it done? I might as well just knock it out,
Yeah. Yeah. So is anyone mentoring you? Like along the way, who have been your mentors to, obviously talking to friends at Amazon had an impact on you, but have there been other people along your career path who've mentored you or helped support you on this journey?
I would say more so my mom, and then like some of my coworkers. I would say like Roger Rashad, he's the one that hired me. Soleil, just by seeing them, that just like motivate me. You know what I mean? And me doing better, me wanting better for myself is actually like something that me wanting better for myself is a big motivation to me. Like I want to be able to take care of my family, right? You know what I mean? And it's like being Caribbean, that's what it's about. Like I know sometimes when you get older as a Caribbean kid, when you get older, you taking on that role to provide for your family because they provided so much. They provided so much for you when you was younger. So it's like our turn now to provide for them. So that's basically what I want to do. So.
I love that.
So
and it's so fun too. So I know that this whole you're wanting better for you is also so visible to other people. And that's reflected in these relationships that you have, both in your mentors, but also in your family and the people that know you. And I really feel like that's a great intersection for you and the kind of program that TRUMPF offers. I mean, their reputation they have in the sort of in the manufacturing world here in Connecticut for their apprenticeship program is really good. Like, it's a pretty exceptional
Yes, it is.
what they do. Can you describe the beats of that and what you've experienced? Because I don't think people necessarily hear about it outside of TRUMPF from the insider view. What's the insider view of what's awesome about it?
So one of the awesome things about the apprenticeship are you're surrounded by so much motivation and opportunity to excel in the company as well. If you come to that apprenticeship program, if you don't excel, that's on you, because there's so many resources. If you need help, someone's gonna help you. You know what I mean? If you need somebody to push you, somebody's gonna push you. And it's like, I just can't stress enough how a good company it is. I mean, they are paying for your schooling, you know what I mean? So I just to say it's a good opportunity. You just have to go there, apply yourself, take a lot of notes, have good time management, and just be a good worker, you know what I mean? So it was a wonderful experience. It was a wonderful experience for me. I was surrounded by so much love, friendly people that always, looking out for me and wanting you to go to the next level,
And now you've developed a significant amount of expertise in lasers, right? So can you just describe what your typical day looks like when you're dispatched to a client site?
Yes, of course. So if I'm out on a customer, so I'm an applications engineer. So so you have the service engineers that actually, they go and install the machine, get the machine ready. Us as applications engineer, we go out. If the customer is having cut qualities with the material, mild steel, aluminum, stainless steel, we go out, we troubleshoot the machine, make sure the focus is okay on the machine. We run time estimates, run time studies. So my daily task at work is we running time studies. We're running sample parts for customers. Customers will send their material to us. They want to see it, how it cuts on our machine. They want to see the quality. So that's basically like every day is something new. It's nothing the same. Every day is something new. Sometimes you're running tests on hard material. We just got to find we're gonna push out the best quality material. So that's basically a daily task for me. And going to a customer, assisting them, giving them like a little one-on-one training, how to use a machine, making sure answering their questions, and make sure they're all set up for success to run their company. So that's basically what I do.
Wow. So you get to you just described a few beats that are technical, but you really there's so much more to it than just like those technical beats, right?
Yeah,
that's a lot. Like I like inside what you just described is like, there's one part of this that's about sort of like making things and like making sure that the machine can make things. There's one part of this that is about problem solving and like navigating challenges and like really digging into the tech side. There's another side of this that, like, when you described making sure that that everything can come together well, that's like you're like advancing something, right? Like, what are we doing to advance it? Which is really cool. And then there's this whole other side of it that is about teaching and empowering other people. I mean, oh my God, that is a typical day for you. You get to do all of that, like in a day.
Yeah.
Wow.
We answering calls, we helping out customers. Every day we got cases. We just trying to make sure it's like it's a customer service. I'm on the customer service of engineering. We just working with customers constantly, working with sales reps. There's a lot of communication. The job is required a lot of communication and stuff like that. So if you do want to, ladies, listen, if you want to get that job, just have a lot of nice communication skills and you'll be successful in that field.
What do you think are the most, oh, sorry, Ellen.
No, that's okay. I was going to say, if you were thinking about you at, say, 18, what piece of advice would you offer yourself? Given what you know now, what would you offer yourself at 18?
That's a good question. Don't waste no time.
Mm.
Don't waste no time, and do whatever your heart is telling you to do.
Mhm.
That's the advice I can give. Don't waste any time.
I love that.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you wasted some time?
I don't feel like I wasted some time. I just feel like it was different timing, honestly. And I should say this is another advice, no matter what age you are, if you want to do something, no matter what age you are, if you want to do something, go and do it. It don't matter the age at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't let someone else rush you into something. Like, take your time. What's for you will always be for you. You know what I mean? What's for you will always be for you. So don't rush into anything. Just go ahead and take your time and do it. That's what I should have gave. I didn't rush into anything, but I'm glad that I was that type of person. I've always been a humble, ambitious person, you know? And I took my time. Yeah, when I was fresh out of high school, I went to a community college. It was for community service. I mean, it was for criminal justice. I wasn't really focused on school at all. I wanted to work. So, like, that's what I'm saying. Don't let anybody force you to something, you know? Like, if you want to work, go work. You can always go back. It don't matter what age you are. You can always go back to school.
Love that.
Or whatever you want to do. Go always follow your dreams, I should say.
Mhm.
So it sounds like you are really on many levels just guided by your heart.
Yeah, I'm guided by my heart. I go by faith. Faith is my favorite word. And fearless.
Fearless is one of my favorite words too.
Yeah, that's my favorite word.
Nice.
Yeah.
We gotta be fearless out here, man. We can't be scared to kick the doors down, you know? If you want success, you gotta go ahead and kick the doors down. That's what I believe.
Mhm.
You know, I'm still learning, I'm still evolving, you know? There's still stuff that I want to accomplish and stuff like that. So yeah,
Same.
yeah.
Well, Amelia Campbell, I have been taking notes on the things that you've been saying.
Okay.
So I'm going to give back to our audience. We always offer our shake-up factors. I have like 1,000 on this page. So I have to pull my faves today. And my faves from you today are, number one, shake-up factor. Question those stories, friends. Question those myths. Like, just because there's sort of like these messages that we're getting doesn't mean we have to buy into them. So shake-up factor one, let's question these myths. You know, because clearly Amelia did that, and look where it got her, like amazing places. Shake-up factor number two is like following that heart and wanting to be better for me, and like listening to that inner pulse, that inner wisdom that says, you can do it. Follow that guidance, follow that faith, that heart, like whatever that is for you, really let it guide you. That's huge. Shake-up factor 3 is like, oh my God, you get to do so much. You get to do so much in this job. So if you're out there, friends, and you're thinking about, you know, wow, maybe I could try on manufacturing. That sounds really cool. Listen to your heart and say, if I did this, I could get to do a lot. Like, I could do a lot of cool stuff, right? And then, of course, I have to say, yeah, age is pointless. Like, it doesn't mean anything
at all. Throw it out. Yeah.
Throw it out. Start whenever.
Start whenever. Yeah. I took an English class, and it was a 64-year-old woman in my class, and she finished.
Good for her.
That was good for her. I was like, good for you. You know what I mean? She was 64. Me and her was like real good friends in class. That was like actually my buddy. You know what I mean?
Love it. Love it. Well, Amelia, it's been a pleasure meeting you, talking with you, being inspired by you. Thank you, and congratulations on, I mean, you're very close to getting that engineering degree.
I can't wait.
It's all up from here. Not that it's down. It's all up from here.
Yes, you said the right thing. It's all up from here. I love that.
All up from here. All right. Thanks so much.
All right.
Thank you so much for having me, guys. I really appreciate it. No, anytime you guys need me again, I'll be available. So,
all right.
Awesome. Be careful. We'll take you up on that.
Thanks for listening to the Manufacturing Shakeup. You can listen to us each week on your favorite podcast app You'll find us on LinkedIn and Facebook and Instagram. And if you use the hashtag MFG Shakeup, we will see them and really appreciate your spreading the word about what you're hearing and learning each week. Hey, Jenny, did I forget anything?
Yes, you did. Here's the most important bit. You may have learned something from that guest. They may have told a story about, oh, here's what I did and here how it worked. Here at the Manufacturing Shakeup, we are all about action. So take some nugget of what you heard today and put it into practice, even if it's small and experimental. Get busy, get dangerous, go shake stuff up, and bring people along with you. Go take an action, post it on social media. Let's have some fun.
The Manufacturing Shakeup is sponsored by the Connecticut Office of Manufacturing, produced by Maselli Productions and Gale Communications, and hosted by the Boulder Company.